Hola, hola, buenos dias, continuous liners. How are we all doing today? Meagan Burns coming to you live from the streets of Polanco. Rosie and I rode our bike up here to Polanco. It's all the bikers and runners and marathon people. And we're right here on the edge of Chapultepec Park. So this is kind of where Sunday is the bike day in Mexico City, and they shut down the Paseo de la Reforma, and it's all bicyclists and runners. And so we're up here. Rosie and I got up early today. We always get up early. And because it's been so hot, I've been getting out early to do things, because by 2 o'clock it's like super hot and we go into hiding. So anyways, checking in with you all about the continuous line selfies, huh? Aren't they cool? Aren't they fun? Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh no, I don't like to draw myself. I don't like to draw myself. I get it. I get that. I've heard it for years. Believe me, I've heard every excuse possible out there. Honestly, I don't care. Save your excuses. But most people at the same time who are interested in drawing are afraid to draw people, right? Like, there's this fear about drawing people. You make them look weird. We make them look weird. They're contorted. They're weird looking. I get it, right? But where you've got like practice material at your disposal at all times, right? So to draw one's face, self, for 31 days is honestly a really great exercise. And I think today's prompt is me with glasses, right? So here are glasses. The whole thing about drawing one's face, one's selfie, is it's literally mathematics. And so the space from the corner of my eye to the top of my ear to between my nose, the width of my nose, the space between my nose and my upper lip, the space between my lower lip and my, what's this called, chin, it tells you who I am. It's all mathematics, right? The space, how big my forehead is. When I started drawing myself, I had no idea how huge my forehead was. But I've got this big mop of hair that tends to hide it, right? I mean, I have an enormous head and then I have big hair. So anyways, just over the course of drawing myself, I've learned that, like, and it's not always right and it's not always me, but with each selfie that I practice, I learn a little bit more. Well, I mean, do I learn a little bit more? I feel like every sketch, every drawing is practice for the next one, right? And that logic came to me from years and years ago when I was trying to quit smoking, and that someone said, or I read, that every cigarette feeds the next one. And that sort of, so you had to like cut it off, right? So, and I did do that, but now in the logic of drawing, I'm not after the perfect drawing. I don't care if things are, I'm not interested in selling my art, whatever. That's a whole discussion for a whole nother day. But I feel like the continuous line storytelling is all about the practice. It's all about the practice. I don't care about finished drawings. I don't care if your selfie looks correct. I don't care if it's a proper watercolor. I mean, you can do all that if you want. I'm not ixnaying it. But the purpose of these monthly, daily drawing challenges is to support your daily drawing practice. And as someone who was in search of that kind of support, I didn't really find it out there. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it was like, yeah, there's all these things you can sign up for where it's like once a week class or once a month. And those are great. There's plenty of great classes out there, but I never found anything that was kind of like daily support, so I created it myself. So anyways, the daily selfie drawing, the continuous line selfie, again, it doesn't have to be continuous line, but the continuous line does help. It propels the learning of the logistics, right? Now, I'm looking at myself here. I'm going to just sketch it out with a little pencil here, right? Because I can't really see what I'm doing. There's my eyebrow. And the glasses are quite big, right? The glasses come below my nose. And then they're kind of big, right? So there we go. There we go. So I'm just doing a little sketch, or really quick sketch of a continuous line selfie of myself. Now I'm going to do it. And so, is it cheating to use pencils? No. No. I don't want anyone to think that there's like cheating. I think the act of a daily drawing challenge, do whatever you need to do to get it done, right? There. Okay. Here's my continuous line selfie with glasses. What is that? Like about a 30-second selfie, right? So the whole idea behind this thing is like not to do like a super long self-study. You can do that, but the purpose of this, if you're going to take too much time to do your drawing, it's going to become a chore. And then every day you're like, oh my God, I got to find an hour to do my drawing. You don't have to do it that long, right? Like I just did a 20-second rendition, and my suggestion to you is don't spend more than 15 minutes, right? Just do it quick. The quicker you do, the more apt you are to not avoid it the following day. I've done a lot of daily drawing things, and if they're too complicated, they're like, ugh. And I think we all have too much going on to be like, oh yeah, let me spend an hour and a half drawing me, right? Because then there's all those emotional triggers like, oh, did I make myself too ugly, too fat, too happy, too skinny, too old, too young? All those emotional things come into it, and those can really trigger us. The world is full of triggers these days. Blow past that. Who cares? Nobody cares. Have fun with it, right? Just have fun with it. All right, it's day 3 of the continuous line challenge. I'm loving everything I'm seeing. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Rosie and we're going to finish our cafecito up here in Polanco, and then we're going to hit the road and get back home. All right, everyone, show me your selfies. Okay, bye.